That's right, guys. There's a massive partnership between NIO and the new Tron movie, and this car might be featured in the movie actually. And they got some pretty crazy cars to showcase in this movie. And also, we'll talk about previous movie collabs, and also, of course, the NIO stock price. We've done some tremendous bullish movement. So this, of course, comes with apparently this kind of special edition NIO ET5. Take a look at that. That looks absolutely sick. They're not actually selling these, but they will have these in stores. Actually, they already have them in stores, and this is the ET5T. This might be featured in the movie. Not too sure, okay? But take a look at these photos. Absolutely spectacular. Yeah, I mean, if they launched a limited edition version of that car, that would be amazing. But it might not be street legal, so take it for what it's worth. And in the stores, in several stores, you actually have it already, and you can see it. That's what it looks like in the flesh. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful matte black. And according to NIO themselves, this collaboration is like a sort of like a dual promo. So here in the stores, they're definitely promoting the Tron Ares movie, but then inside the movie, it's supposed to also sort of feature an ET5 or ET5T, and that would definitely give global publicity to NIO. I mean, it's not the first time NIO got featured in a movie, and we'll showcase what that looks like in a bit. But yeah, that tell me that that car doesn't look amazing. That just looks so damn sick. So yeah, they announced this partnership. The movie is of course coming out in a few weeks' time, and yeah, we could see this. Absolutely spectacular. And if we see a scene featuring the ET5 in ET5T, that is going to give us huge publicity and of course introduce the brand to a lot of people around the world. And of course they're also doing special like promotions where you can like get sort of freebies as well, which is also pretty nice. And yeah, so we'll just have to wait until the movie comes out and see if it's featured in that movie. And let's see where NIO was featured in previous movies. If you guys have Netflix, you can look up the movie called Wandering Earth. And in the first Wandering Earth movie, the ES8 is featured in the beginning opening scene of this movie, and you can actually see it right there. This is the first gen ES8, and the director is a huge NIO fan. And of course, in the second Wandering Earth movie, there's the NIO ET7 advert. This scene was pretty cool. They went underwater and discovered a car with a NIO logo. I mean, this is pretty nice. Big NIO logo. And of course, also in many different movie scenes, the NIO ES6 was featured, and you could see NIO logo there as well. And the NIO cars were also used as sort of a production vehicle in those movies. So definitely a lot of the crew were able to use this vehicle as sort of their base or resting vehicle. So that was pretty nice as well. So hopefully this Tron partnership will really lift NIO's recognition around the world. Hopefully more people will know about it. And NIO was featured in Dune. They had a collab with Dune, but like the car wasn't shown off in Dune. Well, in that world they didn't have cars, so I wasn't too surprised. Guys, moving on to the stock. Man, NIO stock has broken above $7.7 a share, which was the previous big resistance. And this marks a huge turning point because we've broken above the previous high. And this means that we have switched trend. The big long-term trend has gone from bearish, right, forming lower highs, to bullish, forming higher highs. So if this holds up, all right, which I'm thinking it will hold up, that means we have marked a new start, and a lot of people that have been looking at this stock for a long time, and they're hesitant about pulling the trigger because they think NIO stock could go down even more. Well, this shows a huge trend reversal, forming a new higher high. So, wow, we got to hold above 7.7 though. And the next target, of course, after that, we got to break above 9.5. And then we got to break above $16 a share. And my expectations are, well, I think we could possibly, just get to as high as $10 per share in just a few short weeks, possibly. okay? Because we got really good, strong delivery numbers. Weekly insurance registrations, if it comes out strong. And by the way, we're not going to get insurance registrations on Tuesday because it's the national holiday. But when we do get those insurance registrations and they're really strong because ES8 is being pumped out like crazy and deliveries like crazy, then we could see some further bullish momentum. But just looking at the chart itself, it looks like right now, since this is we've broken above this ceiling, now this is now a support, so there's no reason for us to have that as red. It should be green now, right? And then we can look on further for it to go up. I think possibly by the end of this year we could go to $15 per share. That's another 100% almost. That would be pretty spectacular if we get up to $15 per share by the end of this year. That is, of course, if deliveries come out really strong. We're talking about 45,000 plus to 50,000 deliveries per month, and we could see further bullish momentum. That means they are indeed on track for profitability, and that would give investors huge confidence. Just this act itself of it breaking above 7.7 is a huge monumental step itself. So I personally think that $15 by the end of this year is absolutely possible. Okay, and that's if there are no hiccups in deliveries whatsoever. And then of course, in about March, that's where we're gonna know the results for Q4. And then if NIO is indeed profitable, we get profitability, that man, we could be in like 20s or even 30s. There's this gap over here at 26 where we came down. Long time ago, back in 2022, I talked about how, this line at 27, it was being hit on. It's like a man kicking the door, kick. Eventually, it's going to give away, and bam, that marked the start of a big downtrend. So here, it's a similar situation. We've been like sort of this door at 7.7. We've been kicking it from the bottom up, and now we've kicked through that door. So it seems like, as long as we don't break below 7.7, that's a huge bullish momentum. And then, of course, this gap over here is a target to go for. So maybe by March, very optimistic, okay? If we get profitability in March, we could see NIO stock go up to 27 because that just, it changed everything. All right, NIO no longer really has to do that much dilution, and they're a profitable company. The risk of bankruptcy is basically virtually zero by then, so there's no fear at all. So that's going to be just a huge opportunity. And then eventually in the future, we could head up much higher, 60, 100, 600. 600 would be $1 trillion market cap, and NIO could possibly reach that in a couple years' time. All right, so just keep that in mind, and let's celebrate the fact that we've broken above $7.7 a share, and just pray to God that we don't break below it. All right, as always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.